Amen. Good morning. We are a few people, but I'm gonna start. Been talking for so long. Talking. My voice. Respect all teachers here. Excuse me. So I don't want to make you guys your head to spin more because my head is spinning when I read your analysis. Why? And many people are breaking the rules we talked about not breaking. How do you go, Woodley, back to July for your day one? Really? 4 months ago, that's your day one. You're gonna get distorted. Oh, your day one cannot be last week. You will need to give me the original day one. It cannot be last week. Say that's your day one continuation, but the original day one has to be something else. You have to go at least slightly back because we want to know what is going to happen this week. I don't want to know what happened last week. I want to know what's going to happen this week from today. So if you're going back to July, there's no way you're going to get it right. We've had that same stock hitting a low. We've had it pulling back, creating a lower high. So there's no way you can tell me that information you're using from July will help you be correct. That's just, you're breaking the rules I talked about. I talked about the rules. Okay, so please, guys, attempt to do the right thing. It will make this exercise easier. It will stop people being scared and even to talk. They are like, oh, I can't talk. Oh, somebody else to do it. I can't do it. Just attempt, even if it's one per each person find one, and then you come to the group and then discuss. Um, Otherwise, all the rules, your day one can't be November 3rd. Give me the original day one. Okay? Donna, your day one cannot be November 3rd. I don't want to see the um so this week we've had so many stocks pulling back. Now, the reason I want to talk about this mostly, and I've included, I told you guys when I'm doing analysis long term, I use the simple moving average, not the exponential, the simple moving average. And the reason is because you can filter those on FinViz. This screen I've been talking about, I don't know if there's anyone who uses it. The FinViz screener only gives you the simple moving average, the 20, the 50, and the 200. Okay. So
Excuse me, Virginia, we cannot see your chart.
I'm
Oh.
You guys are not listening. I'm talking about this watch list. It's not always talk about charts. I said every Sunday we'll be talking about the watch list, but because we didn't do yesterday, we'll be doing it on Monday. I'm talking about this trend. I'm talking about these stocks. Are you seeing my Discord?
Yes, it was because you were talking about the simple moving average.
And that's what I'm trying to explain based on these stocks on this list. Okay, so the stocks on this list were all bearish below all the moving averages. They were below 20, they were below 50, and below 200. So when the stocks are below 200, they're bearish. They will start going below 20, below 50, then it usually fills a gap from 50 to 200, and then they become officially bearish when they're below 200. So all these stocks you're seeing here are below 200. Most of them here were below 200. Okay. So what happened last week? They were trying to pull back. All these stocks you're seeing here were trying to pull back. Now, if they don't go, okay, they're below 200. Now, when they pulled back, some of them went above 20, some of them went above 50, but they're still below 200. So they'll either continue pulling back to the 200 or above it to become bullish, or if they fail, then this is the trend. The key trend we'll be watching for is the bearish continuation. I'm trying to explain this list because it's long. So many stocks are still below 200. We know BA is there, the airlines, the cruise, CCL and CLH. Most of the tech stocks were there. HD retail, HD low, RH, TGT, Wayfair, they are there. So Chinese stocks are there. DE is there. FSLR, we know it's there. So they are bearish. But when we had the pullback last week, they were trying to go to 20 and 50. Okay, this is when you read down here, I've explained all these stocks. These stocks are bearish, still below 200, but now above 20 and 50. So they were bearish, but now they're trying to fill that gap. They're above 20 and they're above 50. So they can go to the 200. You want to see what is the level for the 200. For example, SE has been bearish, but because it's been pulling back, it has gone above 20 and it has gone above 50. So you want to see if these stocks, if they keep pulling back this week, are they going to fill that gap from 50, 20 to 200? Okay, CVNA is there, TRIP, PM and CVNA, I don't know if they reported earnings or they are reporting earnings. BL, this is a financial, okay? The other one that has a lot of stocks, these stocks are bearish below 200 or slightly above 200. So they were headed to the 200. Some of them are bearish. They're already below the 200 moving average, or they're slightly above the 200. So what happens if they continue with the bearish trend? They will go below the 200 moving average. Okay. But some of them last week, because we had the pullback, they are now above 20, but they're still below 50. So what happens if a stock is below 20 moving average? It can go to fill the gap to the 50. Okay. And then we know stocks, they are bullish. They were below 200 or slightly above 200. So they were bearish and now they've pulled back to above 20. So they still have to go above 50 so that they are above all the moving averages and then they continue going up. So we know all these stocks that have been bearish: JPM, Cisco, Workday, DE, TXN, MS, Baba, Tulo, FSLR, Doku, all these stocks. It's a long list. So if a stock wants to fill that gap, you will go to the chart and you'll see. If you're putting the 20, the 50, and the 200, you want to see the level. You can see the level. A stock is below 200. It filling the gap to 20, it's maybe 10 points. To 50 is another 20 points. To 200 is like that. So you're looking at stocks, the ones that are bearish below 200, if they're going to fill the gap, or they've already gone above 20, are they going to fill the gap to 50? Okay. So this is a very simple way to do analysis, and you can go to Finviz and screen stocks based on this, the simple moving average. Okay. Now, going back to this list. So if we have stocks, not the ones that are still below 200, if they don't go to the 200 or above the 20 and the 50, then we're expecting the key trend for these stocks will be the bearish continuation. So we already know they started pulling back from Wednesday last week. Okay, are we gonna still get another pullback this week or continuation going up, or are we gonna have a bearish continuation? So we know last week most this SOXL and SOXS is a bearish for semiconductor and a bullish ETF for semiconductors. We know SQQQ is the bearish for QQQ. Okay, so if we still expect SQQQ to pull back and then continue down, it will mean QQQ will be going the opposite direction, going up. This is usually the inverse of QQQ. And I told you guys about VXS and UVXY. They're usually the inverse of SPY and QQQ. So if this means these stocks are still supposed to be trending down, I mean, the ETFs are supposed to be trending down, then it means the opposite should be happening. Now, Queb is a Chinese, and you will see some Chinese stocks are here in this list. So it means we're expecting Chinese stocks, if they don't pull back to those levels, if they've not changed, they don't have a change of character, then you are looking for them to have a bearish continuation. Or even if they have a change of character, but they don't retest the previous highs, then we're expecting bearish continuation. The same thing for we have the Modernas and BNTX has reported earnings today. I've not looked at it. Okay. So we have Snow here, we have ISRG, we have FSLR, post-year, we have HDs reporting earnings, I don't know, on the 18th or 8th this week. So find stocks that are reporting earnings from this list. If this is what we are expecting, then these stocks will probably have a bearish continuation into earnings, or they're gonna continue dropping after they report earnings. Okay, so it's a big list. It has a lot of tech stocks. We have all the airlines here. We have the cruise. We have some energy stocks, XOSM and DVN. Okay, we have MS here, the financials. Okay, and we have a lot of retail and tech stocks. So the market was bullish last week. I know, yes, because we're expecting that pullback. But for these stocks you're looking at, if they fail to retest, we have semiconductors here. RD and XPI is reporting earnings this week. SWKS is a semiconductor. TER is a semiconductor. Okay. And IWM is here too. So the key trend, so possible pullback, then bearish continuation, that's the trend. The key trend is the bearish continuation. So the key trend, we're looking for a lower high. We're not looking at them going to heaven. We're looking for them to create a lower high. Okay? So when you're having a stock either pulling back to create a lower high, there can be a lot of going up, and there will be a lot of having a bearish continuation. When I was talking about, with some people recall an IV crash, is when we had a stock trending down, and then we had them pulling back, going up. So it made the puts cheaper because of that pullback. So now the puts become lotos because we were trending down for months. And then we have these stocks, most of them have been bearish, like BA has been bearish for months, and then now it's trying to pull back. So if it doesn't go back to the 199, you guys remember when it pulled back I think 2 weeks ago, it went to 199. So if it doesn't go back to 199, it will be a lower high. Okay, we'll be expecting a bearish continuation. But even if it breaks that 199 and still doesn't go back to retest, if you're using the 50% retracement, if it doesn't go 50%, then we're still expecting a bearish continuation. Okay, and it's a long list and very good stocks. ABBV, a DSK, Amber, Okta. This we know these stocks were bearish. They pulled back. PayPal, UPS, PayPal post year, and I told you guys PayPal usually does nothing. It will attempt to show like it is going up, and then it continues down post year. Okay, so any stock that has reported earnings like BA, you wanna if the continuation, we have the bearish continuation, you can look at getting longs. But if they're pulling back to 50%, then the lotos will be going up. There was still already lotos. BA was in our 5K list last week. And if somebody had bought and bought time, you'd have held, they paid well the entire week. Okay? HD is reporting. I know we have some retail. We don't have a lot this week, but I know we have some retails. They have earnings coming all the way from this week into next week. The whole of this November, we have some retail stocks reporting earnings. Okay, so this is what you're watching for this list. If we are not going back to previous lower high level, so the trend was lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So now they are pulling back. The previous lower high levels are your targets. So even if they break structure, sorry, they change character. Now you're looking for break of structure. If they're going to be creating higher highs, if they fail, then we are looking, the key trend is the bearish continuation. Okay. Now the next list is the stocks that have been trending down, and you're looking for a possible bullish reversal. Okay, like it's been trending down since we've looked at the charts. I don't know, 2 years ago or what. Okay, ENPH the same. It came all the way from 300, now it is almost going to a penny stock. So these ones we are looking for a possible reversal. ZG the same, Moderna the same. Crocs usually it's been, every time it reports, it's a post year, every time it reports earnings, it's being beaten down. ILMN the same thing. LGN post year. Okay. Bill reported earnings last week. Okay, ELF reported earnings. FSL, we know this Lucid, nothing, these electric vehicles, NKLA, Lucid, they've been down there. They've been penny stocks, Plug, the ones that gives the batteries. Okay. Now Labu we have LABD and LABU. This is a ETF for biotech. So one is a bullish ETF and the other one is a bearish ETF. Okay, so UVXY, I told you you guys how to look at it. It goes the opposite of SPY. So if we are expecting it to have a bullish, SPY has been going up and this has been coming down. So if we're expecting some pullback or reversal, it means SPY will be going the opposite direction. So for this list, I know I've been telling you guys of this list, and then like ITSI was reporting earnings and it was in this list, so it is kind of pulling back. And I told you guys this is gonna be a good play the day after it reported earnings, and it started going back up. So if you have any of these stocks in this list, we're still watching for change of character, and you're looking at 50% retracement. Okay. So please, if you want those lotos, these two lists are the ones that will give you lotos. Shiba, you keep saying you've never got caught a $20 contract or a $50 contract. This is where you catch them. These two lists, the one you are expecting the key trend is bearish continuation, or if they are pulling back, if they've not been pulling back, you're expecting them to pull back. And then this next list, you're expecting either a reversal because these stocks have been on an extended bearish trend. So if we have signs of pullback, they were giving signs of pullback last week. You wait when they go down to create a higher low. If they're creating a higher low, then you're watching for these 3 consecutive higher highs. Okay, this is the 1, 2, 3 pullback. So if they were bearish, you're counting up to 3-4 days, this stock going up, creating a higher high. The next day, opening a higher low and breaking the previous high to create the second higher high. The third day, opening a higher low and breaking the second higher high, and even goes to the fourth day. Okay, so this pullback can take up to 3 days. So the possible lotto is the pullback or the bearish continuation if they fail to go up the 50% or to go back to the previous lower high levels. So still this ENPH, we know this has dropped, can even, 70 something. So even if it's doing even 50% from the key level before was the 135, 128, even if it's doing 50% of that, it's still going to give you a good amount. The same thing for ETSI, Moderna, SEPG, Crocs. Okay, we have J&J and ILMN, LGN. These are the key one to watch, and Bill. Okay, so if you want your lottos, these two, this is where you'll find those $20, $50 contracts. Okay. Okay. This is what I was trying to explain. I'm gonna use UPS as an example. It's bearish. It's below. The red is the 200, the blue is the 50, and this one is the 20. So it's below all the moving average. This is not exponential. This is simple moving average. I told you guys, FinViz only allows you to, the filters only use the 20, the 50, and the 200. It doesn't use the exponential. It uses the simple moving average. So this stock, so we know UPS has been bearish, since July. When it hit 191, it's been bearish coming down. Okay, since 192, it's been coming down all the way to 133. Okay, so it's below 200, it's below 50, and it's below 20. So we've seen signs of it pulling back. Now, if you're using this, you're doing the analysis on the daily chart. Okay, so if it's showing you signs of going up, okay, it's going up, you're looking at it creating 3 higher highs or sometimes 4 higher highs. So your first goal is for it to go to 148. Okay, that's the 20, and then 155, the 50, and then 174, the 200. Okay, so if you're trading such as stock and it has given you a sign of this was post-ER, you've identified the trend post-ER. You're getting calls for this move, a possible reversal or a possible pullback. If it doesn't go to these levels, 148, 155, then you're expecting a bearish continuation. Okay. So that's one. I'm just giving you an example of how to trade those moving averages. Now, I gave an example of stocks that are still bearish. The red is the 200. If the stocks are below 200, they are bearish. If they're above the 200, they're bullish. Okay, so you can be bullish and you're approaching, like here it approached and touched the 200 and then went back up, pulled back. But this was already telling you a sign of weakness. The minute a stock is touching that 200 line is a sign of weakness. It will pull back, yes, can go back to 20 and 50, but it has already shown you, I want to be bearish. This is a sign, even if it's a week. So it came here, then touched here, and then pulled back to 50 and 20. And then we had the bearish continuation where now it crossed below the 200. And it's been below the 200 since September 19 all the way to October 27. So you can go to Finviz and filter the stocks that are now below 200. Then you can be playing a bearish continuation, or you can have those stocks trying to go back to above 200. So right, this one, it went above 20. So the other way to filter stocks, you want to look for stocks that have been bearish, but they are now above the 20. When they're above the 20, they're showing you a sign of pulling back, going up. So now the goal is to go to 50, which is where it has approached. So it came from 161, went above 20, 169. It's approaching 176. Okay, so in the meantime, you're also looking for those 3 higher highs. So this is the first one, the second one, and the next level is to watch for if it can go all the way to 181. So if it doesn't go to 181, you're expecting a bearish continuation. Okay?
Virginia, sorry,
Yes.
I lost your sound when you were adding the average, the moving average. Can you please tell me what indicator is that? I know it's an SMA of some kind.
Yeah, you add the one that has, and I forgot to make it. So I typed 3. We have the ones that give you 3 EMA, but now we want 3 SMA. 3 moving averages, and then you can this one. I use this one, 3 SMA by Victor Grego. It's giving you 3 SMAs, and then you go to the settings, and then you change, you uncheck. This one gives you SMA and EMA. So you uncheck the EMA and you only leave the SMA, and then you go to input and change to 20, 50, and 200. Sorry, I was adding it while I was quiet. I was just hoping you guys are watching. So you're changing to 20, 50, and 200 because those are the moving averages you'll find on FinViz. I've been telling you guys to use FinViz to do your analysis. That's where you'll find on FinViz. So if stocks are bearish below 200, I hope I answered, Terry?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Virginia, sorry, one
Yes.
last question on that. What time frame is best? I see you have it on the daily.
You're always daily.
Always, okay.
Because the one you see on FinViz is daily. It's not 4 hour, it's daily.
Okay.
You
Okay.
can use it on other time frame for scalping, but if you're doing analysis, you're using always daily.
Okay. And that chart, and sorry, the list of stocks that you presented earlier this morning, where you said they're over 20 or below 20 or whatever,
Yeah.
they're based on the daily.
Yes, daily.
Okay.
Everything is daily. There is
Thanks.
nothing based. When you're doing analysis, I told you guys I usually use the simple moving average doing analysis on a longer time frame. It's always daily. Even FinViz will give you daily, not any other time frame. Okay. So this one is still bearish. Any stock that is below 200, the minute you're seeing a stock is approaching. So this is an IWM. I'll give you guys an example of Mera. So Mera has still been above 200. It's bullish. Okay? It has never come back down to this. But when it's above 200, you'll see it. When it's pulling back, it now goes below 20 and 50, but it's still bullish. So if you want to see stocks that are still bullish, they're still above 200. So when you're filtering on that FinViz, it will give you an option of the option 1, stocks that are above 200. So it means they're bullish. And then they've pulled back below 20. So you're looking, the first filter is they're above 200. The next filter is they're below 20 and below 50. So for such stocks, you're looking for stocks that have pulled back. They're still bullish, but they've pulled back below 20 and 50. Okay, so we came down, we went above 50 again, 20 and 50. We came down again, creating a higher low. So this is 274, this is 286, meaning it still wants to go back up. We went back up, but we broke this, hit 331, 330. We came down again below 20 and 50. Okay, so if you want stocks that are bullish, but they're pulling back. So they pull back here the first time, they came down again, but they're still pushing to go above 20 and 50. So the minute they're above 20 and 50, there's a possibility of a bullish continuation. Okay, bullish continuation. They're still bullish, but they're pulling back. So this is where we have Mera. You have Mera here, you have cost. Okay, it's the same pattern as Meta. So it's still bullish. The red one is this 200. It's above the red. It's bullish, but it's been pulling back below 50, below 20 and 50, going back above 50, 20 and 50, coming down again, going up, coming down, going up like that. So now we want it to stay above 20 and 50 to continue with the bullish continuation. Okay? The minute they are coming again below 20 and 50, then you'll be looking at possibly cost going to this 524 level. Okay, so if you're looking for stocks for bullish continuation, costs, Mera, PDD, I just give a few examples. You can still look for others based on these. They are, when you go to Finviz, the first criteria, it will give you several tabs. The first tab, you want stocks that are above 200. They're bullish, okay? They're above 200, but they are below 20 and they are below 50, okay? So this one went up. Here it came below 20, so it rejected the 50, went back up, came down to 20 again, rejected the 50, but the third time it broke below the 50. Okay, so these are stocks that are giving you a possibility of bullish continuation. Okay, so cost, Mera, and PDD are in that list. You can look for others. They are bullish. They're above 200. Now, the other stocks, they were bearish. They're below all the moving average. They're below 20, they're below 50, they're below 200. Okay, they were below, but now they are back above 20, 50, and 200, or almost crossing above it. So we had this. This is the analysis you can do for earning stocks. XPE reported earnings, and I forgot about it because they never include it in. Okay, so you see they were bearish. So it had broken below 200. All the moving averages, it pulled back here to 200, came down, touched 200 again, then went down. It was below 20, 50, and 200. So what happened after earnings? It went above all the moving averages. Okay, so such a stock you're looking at, if it's still gonna continue going up, most probably to go retest this level. Okay, so if it doesn't continue with the bullish trend, then you're watching for bearish continuation. So they were bullish. They had either hit, they're below this one, or they're slightly above the 200, but this one was below all the moving averages. Then what happened when it reported earnings? It went all the way from 94 to 113. Now, this is only one candle. We know stocks are supposed to pull back up to, when you're expecting a pullback, create up to 3 higher highs. So this is the only one. So if we're expecting, this is usually a good stock for earnings. You can see this time it had one lower low. It's had a huge drop, second lower low, and then as an inside day. So it was bullish. And here we're expecting a 1, 2, 3 pullback. So it created two lower lows and an inside day. Okay, so here it only has one higher high. So you're looking at it for possible bullish continuation and to break this level to continue up. So it can create either 2 higher highs and an inside day, or 3 higher highs, or even continue to break this level and continue up. So we have EXP here. Then you have okay. So the same with TTD, trade desk. These were good stocks, and then they did a split. This made, I don't know why they like splitting. They never even reverse them. They just split and never reverse. Siwaambii shika masikio. Juu hii kushika masikio sasa ni kama nawaambia msisikie, you break all the rules I give you. So msishike masikio. Just close the ears now. So these ones, well, this one was bullish. When it reported these earnings, it kept going up, going up, going up to 91. Then before earnings, it started coming down. Okay, so even with the pullback, it was still above 200. Then it created a lower high, still went below 50 and 20, went above 50 and 20, then came down and broke below 200. Okay, so what happened? It started now, it became bearish, but rejected, said, I'm going back up. One higher high, second higher high, and it's reporting earnings on the 9th. When is 9th? This week? This week?
Thursday,
Yeah.
I think.
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah. Oh, it's my daughter's birthday that day. Yeah. So is it gonna continue going back up to to have a break of structure here, 86, this 87 level, and possibly go back to retest this level? Or is it gonna reject? And then for earnings, we have a bearish continuation. This is a good stock for earnings. It's a small ATR, used to be one of my favorites. Then they did a split. Okay, but it's a good stock for post and pre. Okay, so you see pre-ER. When I told you guys, you should now be trading stocks, already be in positions for stocks reporting earnings this week, next week, the entire of November, should be already looking at those stocks. You're not waiting for Thursday. So you see, you would have caught this move from 66 all the way to 80. Okay. We have net also. So these are how you find plays for earnings, which reported ER. You see, it was below 50, 20, and 200. Okay. So for the pullback, it went all the way across above the 200 and the 20. So if you are looking for such stock, you want those, even if it's, I've not put this stock in the 1 to 3 pullback, just it's been bearish, it's been coming down. If you're expecting a pullback, you're expecting 1 to 3 higher highs. So the first one, the second one, and possibly the third one. So is it gonna break this level to continue up? It came from 76. So is it gonna have a continuation now that is bullish? Is it gonna continue going up, or is it gonna create a lower high and come back down? For CR. There's lift there. I know lift is a penny stock. So it's the same thing. It was bullish going up, then it came down, slightly breaking below 200 here, and then now it's going back. So if you were trading calls, you'd have gotten calls here, the first higher high, second higher high, possibly the third, and it's also reporting earnings. So that filter for Finbiz, you can actually catch these moves pre-ER if you're using that filter. You want to find stocks that are either bullish above 200, but they're below 20 and 50, or you want to find they're below 200 and also below 20, or they're below all the moving averages. So you're expecting this stock to pull back. So you see it pull back to 20, to 50, and now it is headed back above 200. Okay. Now the next list, they're below 200, and they've started being bearish. They're below. So when you're going to Finbiz, you're screening for stocks that are below 200. They are below 50, but above 20. Okay. So this one is above 200. Right. So this is bearish. Still below 50. So they were bearish below all the moving averages, but now they're going back up, but they're still not above 50. So you can go look for stocks that are now above 220, but still they've not hit above 50. Okay, those are the three. If you go the ancient moving averages, the indicators for back in the 1800s, the ones that have been there time immemorial, MACD, VWAP, RSI, and moving averages, those four. And there are people who still just focus on those. For me, I love these moving averages because they give you analysis on a longer time frame. Okay, you can look at the gap and see it doesn't fill those big gaps, but you can find a stock that has a huge gap from below 200 and just going to the 20. just giving you a good play. Like here now we had first higher high, second one, and the third one, and it has hit the 20. So now is it gonna go above this 200? Then it's fully bullish above all the moving averages. Okay, DE. So DE was below all the moving averages. It was below 200, it was below 20, it was below 50. So right now, it's above 20. So you're looking for stocks below 200, below 50, but they are above 20. So you see, when you're going up from where it was coming from, 358, if you had come here and looked, you'd have seen that there's 20 would have gone to 378. It touched that on that first day, the first higher high, the second higher high, the third higher high. So it's still below 50 and it's still below 200. It's going to report earnings. So this you have time, please. You have time to look at DE's reporting on 22nd. So is it gonna go above the 50 to 388? Is it gonna go above the 398? If it doesn't go above these levels, then you're expecting a bearish continuation. So probably gonna be a bearish because it's already bearish from when these earnings 450 never gone back. 384 back, lower high. We broke this support, lower high. We broke this support, a new low. So now this is a pullback. If it's not going back to 395, the previous lower high level, or touch 388, the 50, and 398, the 200, then expect a bearish continuation. Probably will be a pre-ER move continuing down. So it means it's going to break 358. Then now you need to find the next support level where it will be headed. We have this 345 from May. Okay? Kashiro, shikilia tu masikio. Mnashikilia masikio alafu counting days. Okay, so we have also the Chinese here. I don't know. I don't know when is our CPI this month. Was their CPI last month? Why they cook these numbers? How can American CPI be not that good and then Chinese they tell us they're doing really well? Okay, so we know they've been bearish since it rejected our 103 and 105. Okay, so since post ER to ER came down, pullback 96, continuation, break support, pullback here, double top, continuation, broke support. If you guys think I'm just going, these are plays I'm giving you. So if you think I'm just going over charts, these are plays I'm giving you. Today, I'm going to take a break. These are plays I'm giving you, and these are long-term plays. Okay? Kashiro ameshika. Okay, so anytime you're seeing stocks that have been bearish, so you can go to Finviz and look for stocks that are below 200, below 50, below 20. So those are stocks that are possible for pullback. So it pulled back first time to the 20. Now it has not touched the 50 and you still have like, it can go all the way to 200. It's reporting earnings when? November 16. So you still have time. Next week, Thursday. So you still have time. Is it gonna pull back to this level? If it rejects, then you're expecting a bearish continuation. We're going to break 79. And you know we came down from 60, whatever. To 58. So 58 is the previous lower high. This was last year, a year ago, we were at 58. So you see, it has taken a whole year to go up and then come back down, almost going back to the same level, 78. So if it still continues down, and you see it it retested this level. It had a double bottom here. So if you're not pulling back to these levels, you're expecting bearish continuation. And if you see, probably Baba is in the list of stocks that I said the key trend is bearish continuation. So these are the levels you're watching for. Any stock you want to see, the ones that are trending down, they're below 20, 50, 200. And now they're pulling back to, they are above 20, but they're probably not above 50. Like here, it's almost touching this 50. Okay, so you have DE there, you have Baba there, you have some semiconductors, AD. I don't know when Zoom is reporting. Mm. Hmm. Oh, yeah, yeah. The way I paid them a lot of money. Can imagine where this stock came from. All of you were meeting on Zoom, and all the kids were going to school through Zoom. $588, $60. Or this one, I told you guys, this Zoom and PayPal, they've never had a break. They've never had a break, like a good break, like no break. Unlike Roku usually has a break, but this one, and I know the day it will have a break, it will be a good break, a good one. So still, it's never broken 75 since we had this 85 in February. It's just 74, 71, 75, 75. We've not broken this level. So it's reporting earnings. Oh, you still have time on this one. So you can catch pre-ER. Okay, it was below, it's below 220 and 50. It was bearish. And then right now it's pulling back. So it's just slightly above 20. It can still move up to 50 and 200. Or is it going to reject, have a bearish continuation before earnings? So these are going to be good plays for earnings. These are probably going to, I don't know, probably going to have some break this earnings. Okay. So catch those pre-ER moves. The same two low looks the same chart. You can see it's the same, looks the same. It was below 200. Two lows has never had a good break. Never. So since this time it was above almost it rejected 80, these earnings in February, 69, 70, yeah. So it needs to break above this level. I have no idea if they have anything good for these earnings. So here it didn't do much, then went up lower high, then pre-ER. So this is a pullback, 1, 2, 3 pullback. So it has touched the 20, 54. It can go to 58 and 60. It's reporting earnings for Wednesday this week. Okay. So if we want to see an example, so this post here, okay. So you see, if we're expecting, we want to have like a benchmark for two low Zoom and the rest in this list. So this one has been bearish, was below 200 and below 20 and below 50. Okay, so it tried to pull back here. So this was an example of the pullback below above 20, but it rejected the 50. So it never went to 168. Okay, then it went down. This was pre-ER, continued down. Then post-ER, it started going back up and went above 20, but it's still below 50. Okay, so FSLR, we have already, this was a double top. So we can't count this as two higher highs. This was the first higher high. Then we have this one. So look at it possibly post-CR, going back to 162, and then filling this gap, going back to 185, if it's going back to 200. So we can have a clue. This is a benchmark. For stocks that are above 20, if they reject the 50 and they are going to report earnings, we can probably have a bearish continuation if they are in that list of bearish continuation. And then after earnings, we have a possible pullback. They start going above 20 and above 50 and above 90. Okay, so that's a good example. If you want to see stocks that reported earnings, the pre-ER move when they were bearish below all the moving averages. RH is also usually very good. I don't know if they reported. Very good pre-ER and post, and even sometimes swing. Okay, very good one. I know you people. That day when Ruth was talking about, posted RH, I assumed she was talking about this stock. And I was very happy. I was like, oh my God, she's looking at RH. And then she said she was talking about Robinhood. A very good stock for pre and post. Look at it. From 235 in May, it went all the way to 406. I don't know what do they sell. It's a retail stock. I don't know what they sell. Okay. Then reversed, pullback, lower high. This ER dropped. Look at this. ER, post ER, dropped. Came from 235. Broke 235. So broke this support. So imagine from 391 to 235. So now it's also trying to, it was now became bearish. This, please use that FinViz. You will catch these moves. When they're below 200, you will catch this move for bearish continuation. And then now when they're below all these moving averages, they're trying to pull back. 1, 2, 3 pull back. The first higher high, the second higher high, it's above 20, but it's still below 50. So you can look for stocks that are bearish below 200. They're above 20, but still below 50. So they can fill the gap. Look at this gap, 232 to 275. So it's already gone from this level, 205. It went to 232, still good, like 20, 30 points. And then it can still fill this gap to 275 and then 292. You have time. It's reporting earnings in December. You have time. So this can be, did the either a pullback, then bearish continuation into earnings, or it can go all the way up to 200 pre-ER. You have all the time. Okay, so those are the few examples. You can go through all the others, all the other stocks. So, Terry, Nyagot.
Yes.
You picked a good stock, but you barely said anything about it. Counting days. Crowd was also a good one.
I was waiting. I thought we were going to talk about it this morning.
No,
but
you are to put the details there so that everybody is learning from it.
I'm going to post. I have it.
So your day 6 was when? Friday?
My day 6 was Friday.
Okay. So we had it being bullish the whole day Friday.
Yes.
So this was a stock that was, what was the trend?
The trend was bearish and then pullback.
On the daily, we know this thing has been consolidating. So it had not broken this level here, here, here. Then finally it did break the third try, and then it pulled back. So it's still bullish. It's like Mera and Post and PDD. It's still bullish. It's above 200, but it came down below 20 and 50, went up above 20, came down below, went above it, came down below. So now We want it to stay above, and you have times reporting earnings in December. So we have this move. Day 6 is bullish, so it means this can be a good play this week. Okay. So you only put your, I had to go back and count. I don't want to count. I want you to do it. So this was our day 1, right? This was your day 1.
Yes.
Okay. Day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. Then day 6. Okay. So the others I had to be like, oh, hey, GS, are you, did you go back to July to count day 1 for GS Woodley? Ay, majameni, mutanipea pressure. Okay. So this is day 6. Now, we needed to break. We needed to break 177 and can possibly, this is the next target level, 194. Okay, so it's bullish. It's just been hovering between 20 and 50. We needed to stay above 20 and 50 and break above this previous high level. One. What do you mean too close? That was the bottom. And it was not so near like the others, counting day 1 as Friday and Thursday. So 177, 194. We still have time. It can be a pre-ER continuation up. Okay, so this is a good one. I'd hoped you'll do better and you just put the days. I went to look at it and this is a good one. So watch this. Okay, so if it's pulling back, it has to be above. Even if you're using the same 200s for scalping, as long as above 200 is bullish, is going up. Now, GS, I'm only looking at 3 of them: GS, Crowd, and ZS. Oh. You need to go to July, Majamin. Yay. When I start counting, see, Rina is awake. She will come and then I'll have to start counting again. Mommy. Then I have to start counting again. Oh, and then I have to start. Now, you don't need to start from here because we want to know what will happen. You would have started the previous lower high level. It failed to break this level for 3 times. So you would have started, this was your start. You're looking for a lower high level because stocks were bearish. When they pulled back, you want to go slightly back. That's your first day. Or when they hit a lower low level. So if you're counting for this, wanting to know this continuation from this day, if you wanted to know where is it going, you'd have counted from here or counted from this. So how is it you're going to July? You have this one, 346. You would have come to this one. If you wanted to know, is it going to pull back? This was your low. And then now, this is your pullback level. So you could either have gone to this. You are assuming this didn't happen. These moves, we started
Yeah, but
counting
it was very
ago.
close. I thought we gotta
No,
go, a little far.
Woodley, that's not,
That's last week.
But I know it's last week, but whoever started counting here would be playing these counting days from here. From here. The person who counted from up here, they were playing these days here. So this is continuation. You're playing continuation of the person who started counting days from back here.
Got you.
Okay, so we were already in play for these counting days from 2-3 weeks ago when I was telling you guys about QQQ and SPY. We were counting. So there's no way you can come here and tell me this is your day 1. It's not. It's not your day 1. This is where we had already counted. We are anticipating these moves for the next 2 weeks. Now, this was an ER stock. Whoever, if we were counting days to play earnings, will not have counted from there, would have counted before, and then now this was continuation post ER. So would have been continuation counting days post ER. Any stock that has reported earnings from October, you should not have your day one before it reported earnings. I mean, after it reported earnings. It should be, your day one should be before, because that's where this stock hit a low or hit a lower high after pullback. This would be playing counting days already from these earnings going, would have known this, it's a pullback, now it's going back up. But this can't be your day one. Londell, you look for the weirdest stocks. I know CCJ is a good stock, but I give you people good stocks. Why are you looking for? Oh my goodness. Ay, ay, ay.
That's how we learn.
You're scared. No, you're led by fear. You're looking for small stocks that won't stress your head. I want you to be stressed. Do not sleep. Now here was day 6. This was day 6. That's why it was a good play here, because this was day 6. So you are saying this is day 1. You see the difference, Woodley. This was day 6. This is the reason
And
we
this
had
six,
that.
this six is when it was bearish and dropped.
What do you mean?
I think that's why I had it.
This was day 6. That's why we had a good week. If we are having any stock having a good week and you're not seeing your day 6 looking like this can't be your day 1. This is day 6. You have to go back. Why you guys, I told you guys you can't be lazy with counting days. You guys want to cut short. What do you do? Shortcuts.
Well, mine wasn't short. Mine was long.
Oh my God. When do you want to shortcuts? This was the low here before it pulled back. Start here, day 1. It was reporting earnings. This was a continuation of counting. There's no way this is your day 1. This was day 6. And everybody was doing the same mistake. This was day 6. So this is day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. So today is day 6. This is the reason. There's no way you... there was an explanation why we were bullish this week. And it had to be, we were day 6 previously. So this can't be your day 1. There has to be an explanation for this move. You had to go back to count and fall on a day 6 looking like this. So today is day 6. Okay. Now on day 6, if we're still continuing up the whole day, or it's having a pullback the whole day, then it means we're gonna still have another continuation of a good week. Sasa nyinyi mnanipea story gani? I don't even know. You have to go. Oh, I said I look at crowd. When I gave rules. There's no way your day 6 is anything last week or 2 weeks ago. It has to be either you're continuing counting from somewhere. So this is our day 6 when it hit this 193. I'm not counting anything else. I said we'll do this tomorrow. I'm only counting ZS and GS because they were giving, I wanted to show an example of why they were good plays and why ZS is also going to be a good play possibly this week. So this is our day 1. So this was zigzag. We're barely moving. So day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. This is day 5. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. So this was a good day. Day 6 for crowd, Friday. So there's no way you can come and tell me here, this is your day 1. So crowd, because day 6 it was bullish the whole day. So the same thing with ZS. And you remember these stocks were already in our 5K plays. I haven't had time to post anything there and post something the course of the day. Okay. So crowd, ZS, GS, you're watching for many stocks you're watching today. The same thing for SPY. Today is day 6.
SPY should be day 1.
I mean, Friday the other week was day 6. So how is it today day 1? This Friday was day 6. So day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. Today is day, Maja, who is speaking? Terry.
Yeah.
Last week, Friday, I was talking about we wanted SPY to have a perfect day going down. And that's what happened here, Friday, day 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, while we were bullish the whole day. So today is day 6.
Okay.
So are we going to continue with the bullish trend? Are we going to be zigzag? Are we going to be bearish? So most stocks, today is day 6. A few of them, today is Friday was day 6 and today is day 1. But most stocks, if you go look, today is day 6. So Woodley, if you're going back to July, tutacount hii mpaka siku gani? Del, I want you to stop being scared. You're only looking at this. I know they can be good lottos. Okay? When is your day 1? Did you go do a good? Where is your October, your day 6? Hey, Chamini. October 4th is your day 1. And you see, it was an earning stock. This is, I know it's a good, I know it's a good stock. I know about this stock. You like safe stocks, Del. I want you to be stressed. I want you not to sleep. So there's no way it's October or it is. Yeah.
That was a low, I think, a clear low.
There's no way you know this is a low, Adele. You start with the one you're seeing a high. How do we know this is a low? You want to start where you can see a clear high first, because this it went here. You would be counting to earnings. So here we have the same level, here the same level. You want to start with the clear one. The clear one is this one. It broke this, it hit this 42.65. So that's your day 1. Okay, day 2.
So day 1 can't be a clear low?
Is this a clear low here? It hit it here, it hit it here, it hit it here. Is it clear? It came back to this level, meaning this was not a clear low. There's a possibility it could have broken this level again. So you want to go with a clear high, because this was not a clear low. It came back to the same level again. This is the one that's just clear. From when it hit 42, it start coming down. So start there. Wachani ukuwa wavivu. 1, 2, 3. I'm on 4 hour. Okay, let me count and then change to 1 hour. 6, 1, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 is 23rd. Let me change to 1 hour. Yes, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now, the problem with small ATR, sometimes you have to use your judgment. Is this a zigzag day or a full green day? So 6. So 1, 2, foolish. 3, go back. So 4. Today is day 4. So watch it today. If it's still creating high low, you can continue day 4 into day 5. Okay. I have to go. Okay. I have to get ready for school. I know.
Thank you, Virginia.
I've stopped working. Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.